G1, you said the Brooklyn Nets are suspending Kyrie Irving for at least 5 games without pay, saying that they were dismayed by his failure to unequivocally say he has no anti-Semitic beliefs. It's crazy that you have to declare things, you know what I'm saying? You have to declare things, you know? I'll say this, though. I said this in an interview I did this week, but because they asked me about Kanye too, and I mentioned Kyrie a little bit. Anti-Semitism is really a study in etymology. You know, when we talk about Semites, you know, we know that they go Semites, they go back to ancient times and shit, and say the Semites were black. That's what the word means.
Yeah, right.
Etymology has changed. They've changed the definition. You know what I'm saying? They changed the definition. Anti-Semite means that you're going anti these ethnic whites. They have changed the definition. So that's what we mean by that. You know?
That's interesting because I was studying the word Gentile, right? And Gentile, you know, at one time it just meant like a person that's outside the law, right? And then you're doing the study of law, right? So outside the law. But then now it just means that you're not Jewish, but law would just means like, okay, you know, you know how to build a home, you know how to eat the right food, you know how to, you know, be civilized and whatnot, and you know, people the Gentiles are the people who were just like, wow, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays that's come to be synonymous with, you know, a Gentile is somebody who is non-Jew. Right?
Yeah. Because they're outside of the law of the Torah.
Right. Well, I mean, and then who gave them the Torah, right? Moses, right? That was us. That's still us to give them the Torah, right? Or to give them the law, give them
the law, yeah.
The way to live, the way to be civilized in the world, and you know, don't eat this, don't do this, don't say that, and don't do that, you know. But yeah, things do change. So now, these words it just mean it's
yeah, I like it. You know, we'll argue about the word, but you know, we know how they're using it.
But culture, language and culture go hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
So you know, but it's culture and language is like a living, breathing thing that changes over time. So
see, but you know, when we talk about like the devil getting the wrongdoers, that Kyrie thing really sounds like that, you know, because they can't suspend Kyrie for sharing a product
that's being sold.
That is sold by everybody because you set a precedent. Well, that means that only certain products, though, and that goes against like the actual capitalistic motif that is the backbone of this country, the very frail backbone. But to say that he didn't, if he says he's not racist, then he is racist. That's very interesting too. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that you're not this, and if you don't say it, then you'll be suspended. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting. So people have to make declarations. It's interesting because I'm reading a book. I'm still finishing it. It's a long book. I forgot about it. The Making of Asian America. It's a very good history about Asians and all types of Asians, Indians and everything. It shows about like, you know, the oppression that they all went through, the Chinese and everything. And I'm through a part that a lot of people know about, the Japanese camps, you know, during World War II. After Pearl Harbor was bombed and they started to put the Japanese in camps and stuff, you know? And these people were basically living in stables, like animal shelters, places where animals lived. You know, like, it was pretty bad. Very bad. Not pretty bad. Very bad. You know? And what was interesting is that near the end of that, they actually had decrees where they would go to all of the Japanese that were in these internment camps and they would make them declare that they were not for the Japanese crown. You see, so like this thing is not new. This idea of America making you declare that you are not for something. It's a negative confirmation or a negative affirmation you have to give, which is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. You know? Somebody asked me that though. I was going to tell them pro-righteousness and anti-devilishment.
Right.
You know, because the real thing to say is like they changed the meaning of anti-Semite, so it's not even a real definition. You know, so I wouldn't have to answer to that. You know, also too, it's incorrect to talk about the Jews as one group. We're talking about the people that have claimed it from Israel, which is a new country and a new claim. But the Jews go around for a whole bunch of other places and stuff. You know, so But you know who's defending it? It's one particular.
So you listen to Farrakhan when you talk about the synagogue of Satan.
It's particular Jews. It's particular Jews.
The
And look,
Zionists.
any people that have a business empire are going to conspire. That's what a business plan is in capitalist America. It is a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to continue something that benefits you and usually does not benefit everybody else. And it drastically, the profit balance is drastically imbalanced. That's a conspiracy, you know? That's what that means, you know?
If Mecca did this.